Croatian Armed Forces continues the process of modernizing its combat capabilities, and one of the key projects in this segment is the equipping and upgrading of Rafale fighter jets. These advanced multi-role fighter jets, which Croatia is acquiring from France, represent a significant step forward in the capabilities of the Croatian Air Force. The last of the 12 Rafales that Croatia is acquiring as part of the agreement with France is expected to arrive by the end of next week. According to the plan, all aircraft should be delivered by April 2025. The aircraft come with improved systems that enable better interoperability with NATO standards and ensure superior combat capabilities. Hello and welcome to another episode of the DPF Tactical and Defense channel. In today's video, we talk about the announcement of the modernization of Squadron 12 Rafale aircraft to the F4.1 standard, which was announced during the visit of the Croatian Minister of Defense to France, specifically to the Dassault aircraft factory. I therefore invite you to stay until the end of the video so that you can express your opinion later in the comments. In early 2023, the French Air Force took delivery of its first Rafale fighter in the F4.1 standard at the Mont-de-Marsan Air Base. This is the latest standard of the aircraft, and the first to be received was a standard F3R two-seater that arrived from the Flight Test Center of the General Directorate of Armaments, where the software transformation was carried out. The Rafale F4.1 has thus received several software upgrades to acquire new capabilities, such as the Scorpion Integrated Helmet-Mounted Targeting System, the new AASM 1000 Heavy 1000 kg guided bombs, Talios targeting pods, and will integrate Mika-NG air-to-air missiles. The new Rafale includes elements of artificial intelligence and a new failure prediction system, which should facilitate maintenance and reduce operating costs. As for electronics, the Spectra self-defense system will be improved, and the ASA RBE-2 radar will receive GMTI mode for detecting moving targets on the ground. Perhaps the most important innovation of the F4.1 standard is that it gains a far superior capability for collaborative combat through the installation of an improved data link and contact encrypted digital radio, together with the Syracuse 4 satellite communication system. Given that Serbia is not a member of the Euro-Atlantic Alliance, it is highly likely that the purchased aircraft will not be equipped with all the associated equipment that other users have. Here we are primarily referring to certain types of weapons and electronic equipment, and the reason for this is that this aircraft contains a large number of components that come from the USA. We remind you that for the above reasons, the USA, for example, refused to purchase Scalp missiles from Egypt, and components from the USA are also found in Meteor missiles. France remains dependent on components from the US, especially in the production of sophisticated and complex weapons such as Scalp and Meteor missiles. Namely, the Rafale contains American auxiliary power units, aircraft lighting systems, fuel injectors, wheel brakes and brake controls, transducers or converters, electro-optical and passive electronic components, various cockpit systems and cockpit glass, fuel tank seals, corrosion inhibitors, various mechanical components and electrical power systems. Given the above, the use of these aircraft in Serbia could be far below what this aircraft is actually capable of. Serbia will therefore have to find an alternative for the purchased Rafale in order to have the ability to network forces in the air, on land and at sea. NATO member aircraft have a constant exchange of data between various types of sensors and information users, such as between Rafale and AWACS. There are certainly ground-based radars, air defense systems, ships, command centers. All of the above is provided by NATO members via a data link called Link 16. Link 16 is only available to NATO members that meet specific technical and security criteria. Furthermore, due to their long range and low visibility operations, fighter jets use electronic identification as the primary means of distinguishing friendly from enemy aircraft or other aircraft in the air. Namely, such devices are installed in aircraft, surveillance radars and air defense systems, which is unlikely to be the case in Serbia as they are available only to NATO members. The problem could be the Chinese air defense systems that Serbia possesses, such as the FK-3 and HQ-17, and therefore this technology cannot be integrated into them, for which the Serbian army will have to find an adequate solution. Dassault Aviation has recently received several orders before Serbia, and these are at least 202 new Rafale aircraft. According to the manufacturer, at the current production rate, it is possible to produce about 28 aircraft per year, which would allow Serbia to receive the first aircraft in 18 years. Representatives of the manufacturer have repeatedly promised to increase production to 3 Rafales per month by the end of 2024, thus fulfilling the announcements about the delivery of the first aircraft at the end of this decade. One of the key modernizations concerns the weapons and avionics systems. The Rafales will be equipped with modern active electronically scanned array AESA radars, which enable advanced target tracking and increased resistance to electronic jamming. Also, modernized communication systems will enable seamless integration with other NATO aviation and defense systems. In addition, the Rafales will have advanced self-protection systems, including electronic jamming of enemy radars and the ability to avoid attacks using automatic countermeasures. The armament that comes with the Croatian Rafales also includes precision-guided air-to-air and air-to-surface missiles, which significantly increases the combat capabilities of the Croatian army. In addition, additional weapons are planned to be purchased in order to maximize the combat readiness of these aircraft. One of the key elements of the modernization is the ability to use the latest long-range missiles, such as Meteor missiles, which enable hitting targets beyond visual range, and Scalp cruise missiles that enable precision strikes on distant targets. In addition, Croatian pilots undergo intensive training to fully master all the capabilities of these top-of-the-line aircraft. The training program includes simulator exercises, flying in real operational conditions, and participation in international military exercises. The goal is to ensure maximum operational efficiency of these combat aircraft in all conditions. Also, the technical personnel of the Croatian Army undergo specialized training so that they can carry out regular maintenance and possible upgrades of these aircraft, thus ensuring their long-term operability. In addition to technical upgrades, the Croatian Army is also developing strategies for the operational use of the Rafale, which include air superiority, tactical strikes on strategic targets, and the protection of allies within the framework of international missions. Also, further modernization options are being considered, such as the introduction of unmanned systems in coordination with the Rafale, which would further increase the flexibility and efficiency of the Air Force. By purchasing and modernizing the Rafale, Croatia is not only strengthening its Air Force, but also confirming its commitment to strengthening national security and fulfilling its obligations to the NATO alliance. These aircraft represent a key pillar in Croatia's future defense strategy, enabling better protection of airspace and more effective action in potential crisis situations. In the long term, these aircraft ensure that Croatia can participate in the most modern air operations and provide defense capabilities that have been unattainable for the national aviation until now. Write your opinion on this one in the comments, suggestions for new topics, and see you in some of the next videos. If you haven't yet, check out my other videos. Thank you for watching.